Today we are working with the Remington 700 short action 308. We are installing the Magpul 700 Hunter stock as well as the Magpul bolt action magazine well, which will allow us to use the magazines instead of the drop plate magazine setup we have now. As far as what's in the box, pretty simple. Instructions, extensions for the butt plate, the actual stock, and we got a catalog slash poster and a sticker. In the magazine well box, comes with one magazine, instructions, a sticker, and the actual magazine well replacement. Alright, fairly simple procedure to replace the stock. If you are using the magazine well, then there's a little plastic piece inside here that you have to pull out. So I've already done that. It just kind of clips out. As always, when you're working with firearms, make sure that the action is clear, there's no live rounds around. And so, Remington 700, very easy. There's two screws on the bottom here. So with these two bolts loosened, this will just come right off. There is this magazine guide piece of metal in here. And so there's our barrel assembly. Then it's pretty straightforward. Take the new stock, put it on like this. If you're using your old setup with the drop magazine, then you would take that off the rifle as well. But since we're using the magazine well, that just clips in. The longer screw goes in the back behind the trigger. The shorter one of the two goes in the front. Now, my old stock, the front screw's actually too long for this stock. It'll hit the bolt. So I had to order the 1¼ inch screw that comes with the original setup. I think that stock was a little different, so it required a longer screw. Alright, so you got these two screws tightened, and you do want to tighten them to the proper torque. Today we're using 45 inch-pounds. Alright, now, if you're using an original bipod, you will have to thread one of these holes. They are drilled, or there's like a pilot drill, or you can do an M-lock conversion. Alright, so we got the M-lock system set up. So there you have it, the Magpul Hunter 700 stock. One thing to note about the magazines is they're not like a typical Magpul 223 or 5.56 magazine where you push from the top. You actually push kind of down and back. Make sure the chamber's clear here. Okay, so we're out here today at the shooting range. We're going to do some test firing with the new stock, and it really shouldn't affect the accuracy, but we'll do a test case just for the heck of it. Alright, so you can see the accuracy for the barrel hasn't changed, which we knew it shouldn't, unless the barrel's touching the stock, which it's not. But we can see that the zero is off a little bit. So the way it's seated in the bedding, the way the action screws are tightened, I'm going to go back, recheck all the torques, and then we're going to zero the gun to this stock and the bedding. So again, great stock. I'm going to play around with it a little bit more, maybe adjust the cheek rest, maybe change the shoulder depth, and overall I'm happy with it.